Charlemagne, say the gang, dunk it other day, man.
You are a donkey.
Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, February 27th goes to our celebrity-in-chief, Mr. Dope 45 himself, Donald J. Trump. And always remember that J stands for jackass. Now, nobody has received Donkey of the Day more than Donald Trump. He averages one a month easily. And I don't like to give him Donkey of the Day every time he says something stupid because then there wouldn't be room for anyone else to get Donkey of the Day. Now, the so-called leader of the free world was talking school safety with governors, and he made some comments about the shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School. Donald J. actually said what he would have done if he was there on the scene. Let's hear it.
You know, I really believe, you don't know until you test it, but I think I really believe I'd run in there even if I didn't have a weapon. And I think most of the people in this room would have done that too. But the way they performed was really a disgrace.
Let's unpack this, all right? First of all, this is insulting because Donald Trump is the 45th president of the United States of America. I know we don't want to believe that, but he is. And for him to talk about some hypothetical hero in the Marvel Universe scenario where he goes in the school, dodges a bunch of bullets like he's in the Matrix and disarms this guy or takes this guy out, it's insulting to all Americans. The reason it's insulting is because we don't care about what you would have done. We care about what you are actually going to do in the future to make sure these type of situations don't happen. See, you have the power to actually do that. Okay, you can make stricter gun laws. Okay, you can ban the sale of certain guns. Like, it's things you can do with a push of a pen that can actually help. I mean, it blows my mind that Homeland Security can regulate the sale of fertilizer. All right, fertilizer that was used in bombings but can't regulate the sale of guns. You remember when a type of fertilizer called ammonium nitrate was used to kill 168 people in the 95 bombing of a federal office building in Oklahoma City? Y'all remember that? Anybody remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You kids may not remember, but Google is your friend, bro. But they put regulations on the fertilizer after that. Anyone who buys, sells, or transfers 25 pounds of the chemical must apply to register with the department, and ammonium nitrate facilities must also keep records of sales or transfers of the chemical for at least 2 years after each transaction. We can't do that with guns. Huh? We can't do that with certain type of weapons. Like, seriously, we have stricter regulations on fertilizer than we do guns, but Donald Trump is busy telling us what he would have done. No, let me rephrase. Donald Trump, even though we can look at him and see he's not capable of doing any type of physical activity at all, is telling us what he would do, even though we can look at him and tell he's not capable of doing it. Instead of actually putting some type of legislation in place to prevent these tragedies from happening over and over. Okay, now, Trump has also called Scott Peterson, the armed school resource officer who stayed outside of the school as the shooting unfolded. He called him out. Trump said he didn't have any courage, and he choked. Let's see what he had to say.
They weren't exactly Medal of Honor winners. The way they performed was, frankly, disgusting.
I can't even be mad at Scott Peterson because everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face. And I don't know if y'all ever been around when a shooting pops off, but your first instinct is self-preservation. Then you think about other people, especially if you're alone. Okay, when shooting starts, you don't wait until everybody ducks. You hit the floor and then tell everybody to get down too. So I can't be upset at Scott Peterson. You know, I'm not about to stick my chest out and tell everybody what I would have done if I was in Scott's situation because I truly don't know. But I do know Dope 45, Donald Trump is using this as a deflection. He's just trying to put the blame on someone else to take the blame off the government who isn't doing enough to make it harder to buy these weapons in America. Trump is trying to take the attention off his administration and the fact that so many of them are in the pockets of the NRA. It's all a deflection, okay? Don't blame us. Blame the school resource officer. It's his fault. That should piss everybody off because instead of pointing fingers, this administration should be pointing at each other and pointing at the NRA, and everybody needs to be pointing at some type of legislation that can prevent these situations from happening in the future. Please give our celebrity-in-chief, Mr. Dope 45, Donald J. Trump, the biggest hee-haw, please.